Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin, but once again, thank you for your continued support across the board here. Really do appreciate everything you do to contribute towards the growth of CoinsKid. Your messaging, your sharing, your likes, your subscription most importantly, and the membership of the Telegram group there. If you're not involved, all the links to the video everywhere, all the links to everything are in the video description of every single video that we release on CoinsKid. So it's all great. And welcome to CoinsKid if you're a new member. And thank you very much for your support. I hope you enjoy the content. So right now you can see Bitcoin inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. You can see it's marching onto a target right there. But obviously it's going to come up against resistance. And, if you've not got this Fibonacci like that, you can't see where the resistance is unless you look at previous patterns to sort of guide and guess where you could run into resistance. Okay, just here you got support, resistance, support. So you could sort of look to the left if you don't like using Fibonacci. But if you don't use Fibonacci, it's like driving in the dark with no headlights. Okay, you can't really see where you're going. So right here, this is why the Fibonacci retracement tool is so important, and do bring it onto your charts because traders use these. Okay, and they're targeting the ins and outs and the resistance levels and the support levels, and you can see, you've come up, hit your head, fell onto support there and broke back up, and now you've hit this, you hit your head here and you failed to close above the golden ratio, because if you do close above the golden ratio, it's confluence to the fact this is a golden ratio, the 0.618, okay, Fibonacci extension. If you do start to close above that, it's pretty much not necessarily guaranteed, but it's a high percentage of a full retracement to this high whenever you retrace into any high using a Fibonacci. That's why the golden ratio is so important, and that's why you can see Bitcoin hitting its head and doing this and struggling to get through it at the moment. But if it does, then it's looking golden, okay? So you've got that particular Fibonacci retracement in there. If you do start to see Bitcoin close above 57,781, okay, at any point, when I say close, I mean the candles have got to be above, okay, and start closing. The body of the candle needs to be above that particular level, and then marching onwards and upwards like that. Progression, boom, up there to the high. So that's great. And if we continue to adhere to this uptrend as well on the 4 hour time frame, and we're in this bullish cross on the 4 hourly EMAs here, because this is an EMA. The yellow lines are 20, the red lines are 55. Bullish cross. When that get that bullish cross like that, and you're constantly back testing at support, that's bullish. That's really good. That's bullish for continuation. So hopefully, as you're fully aware in the channel, we have been anticipating an A, B, C correction back down to the 43k. But hopefully we don't get that, and hopefully the A, B, C correction of this top is this A, B, C correction, small little dump down to that particular support level before continuation in this next wave up for Bitcoin to that 200k mark that we're anticipating. So right now I'm going to give you a little trade for Bitcoin. Obviously you've got this extension one to this particular high here, so if you do see Bitcoin go on, you could potentially be looking at another 11% trade right there. But what I'm going to do is get rid of this Fibonacci and give you a little intra trade that you can keep an eye on. So again, I'll drop this particular target on here for you. That's that target there roughly. I'm going to bring that properly into a line just there. So yeah, around there. If you do start to see Bitcoin close above that particular level right now, and I'll drop that in as well, a little line. So if you do start to see Bitcoin sort of close above that level, okay, just like that, then you're looking at continuation of potentially marching onto a price prediction up there off that inverse head and shoulders right there for Bitcoin. So right now, what I'm going to do, because Bitcoin has gone up in this impulsive wave, okay, this impulsive wave, corrective wave, impulsive wave, corrective wave, that retracement wave basically. If it runs any deeper, it becomes something called a reversal wave. Okay, just like there when Bitcoin, it came down, it found a bottom, okay, and it started to form an impulsive wave. But that particular wave there, when it was retracing, went too deep and it becomes a reversal wave, came back to the previous bottom of the swing low there of the impulsive wave, started to come up again, running out of steam, and each corrective wave and retracement wave is getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's losing support. But right now, you bottomed out and you can see impulsive wave, corrective wave, impulsive wave, corrective wave. So it's looking good, it's looking strong, and it's adhering to these EMAs. It's adhering to the 20 especially. You could afford to fall through this 20 because there is a bit of a gap there, so you could afford to fall through the 20. As long as you bounce off the 55 for support, you're looking for continuation. So right now what I'm going to do is drop a retracement Fibonacci on this so you can see exactly where you're finding support. So when you're retracing, you go from the top to the bottom of the impulsive wave, just like that, and what you do, you move it across, and you can see exactly where Bitcoin has come up off the bottom, formed its impulsive wave, broke through resistance, coming back down, retracing. You can see it's bounced off the 0.382. Now, if Bitcoin bounces off there and continues in an impulsive wave, that's a really, really strong signal for continuation. It's a really strong trend, and it shows fantastic support moving forward. So based off that, you can see it's had 1, 2, 3, 4 touches in continuation, and it's adhering to the yellow line above the 0.382, which is 56117 for Bitcoin. It's good, it's golden, it's a big tick, it means continuation. If you do start to see it roll down, then you can't afford to lose this golden ratio. So you can't start to see Bitcoin close any lower than 54,641, because if it does, then you're looking at correcting even more, coming back into the inverse head and shoulders pattern, and potentially looking at a 52k Bitcoin, because just like I've said over there, the impulsive wave, corrective wave, the corrective wave started to come too deep, so it wasn't no longer a corrective wave, but retracement wave, it became a reversal wave. Do you see that? Reverse too much, back down to the swing low. Again, if you start to come up here like you have, you've topped out and you're retracing, if you start to lose a key level of support, which is this, the 0.618, it gives confidence to the fact that you're forming a reversal wave. Do you see that? Instead of a bounce in another continuation, an impulsive wave. So right now, let's say Bitcoin has found this key support off this particular 0.382 right there. It's got support, it's bouncing off the EMA, it's looking good, and it doesn't roll over. Then you could be looking at a nice little upside here for Bitcoin. I'll drop that particular price prediction in, because what it is, just like you've gone from there, impulsive wave up, okay, you've got a price prediction. So you go from there to the top using Fibonacci again, and you drop that on the top and move that across like that, and you can see exactly where Bitcoin could impulsively go to on the next wave up. You could actually see Bitcoin go up to sort of 60k 143. So I'm going to drop that in there as a future price prediction just there for Bitcoin. So from here, if it was to now march on and get to that price prediction, you could see Bitcoin appreciate another 6%. So that's good. So again, if you do start to see Bitcoin not fall any lower than this particular price prediction, this particular EMA, if you do start to see Bitcoin not fall through the EMAs, and it's now starting to come onwards and upwards, and it breaks this high of this impulsive wave where it starts to retrace, you could look at a 60k 175 Bitcoin. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on this particular level, because like I said to you, if you do start to roll here and you're not going to form a new impulsive wave, and you do start to roll, potentially, given the fact that it's a reversal wave, you could fall back into this inverse head and shoulders, creating something called a throwback, where you do this, you've gone out and you've come back into the pattern, you've invalidated this pattern as such anymore, and that continuation up to that particular level there. So do target that, okay? You do need to see Bitcoin not form this reversal wave, and you'll know it anyway, because you'll start to see it rolling through these EMAs. Okay, and it takes the EMAs with it, and it'll form a bearish cross, and it'll just drag it down, and you're looking at a reversal wave, not an impulsive wave off this retracement right here that Bitcoin's got going on for itself. So far, so good. It's golden, but as you know, there are anomalies in the market that can actually make the market roll and stuff. So that's basically Bitcoin. So far, so good. You've got a couple of price predictions in there. What I'm going to do is lay down that particular level that you can't see Bitcoin lose, because if it does, you're potentially looking at reversal wave back into this inverse head and shoulders pattern right here, which would necessarily sort of kill Bitcoin for a little bit, so to speak. So you can't see Bitcoin close any lower than 54,614, because you're looking at more high probability of creating that reversal wave back into this pattern and invalidate this sort of price prediction at 63k. But failing that, if that doesn't happen, you start to see continuation, you could be looking at a lovely 60k 175 Bitcoin token right there. So that's just some technical analysis and price predictions based off Fibonacci. Hope you enjoyed that update. Please stay strong, stay safe, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay tuned. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button, and also stick around. We do videos every day on various different projects, and if you've got a request for a particular project, go to the Telegram group, or even write it in the comments on YouTube, and I do try to get through a list of the irregular cryptos there, and I do try to answer a lot of questions in the Telegram group as well. If you want to head over to there and message me privately, or just tag me in the Telegram group, and I do go through all the questions in there. Take care, everybody. Have a really good week ahead, and fingers crossed for continuation across the board. Bye bye.